Nepal has seen elections come and go. Promises made, promises broken. But this moment feels different. Before a single vote is even cast, before a ballot is even open, the nation is already celebrating. From the tea shops in the hills to the social media feeds in the city, from young students to senior citizens, everyone is asking the same question: could this coalition truly be the change Nepal has been waiting for? At the center of this incredible story are three names you know well: Balen Shah, the independent executive who gets things done; Rabi Lamichhane, the media-savvy party leader who gives voice to the people; and Kulman Ghising, the trusted technocrat who delivered results when no one else could. But behind these public figures, a critical team worked tirelessly, out of the spotlight. People like Asim Sah, Asif Sah, Nischel Basnet, Kumar Ben, and Sudan Grung. These are the unsung architects of unity, the bridge builders, the peacemakers, and the strategists who made this historic coalition possible. For decades, Nepali politics has been stuck in a frustrating loop. The same parties, the same leaders, and the same broken promises. Corruption, inefficiency, and a constant sense of frustration have left citizens completely disillusioned. The public wasn't just waiting for new leaders, they were desperately waiting for credible, tangible change. This widespread political fatigue set the stage for something radically new. And then came Balen Shah. He didn't follow the traditional political playbook. He was an engineer, a rapper, an independent thinker who became a symbol of action over empty rhetoric. When he became mayor, we saw bulldozers removing illegal structures that had stood for years. We saw rules being enforced equally for everyone, not just the common people. The city started to feel alive again, cleaner, more orderly. For many, Balen was no longer just a mayor, he became a living vision of what decisive leadership could actually look like. He showed that action speaks louder than promises. While Balen was transforming the city with action, Rabi Lamichhane was building trust with words, courage, and accountability. He started as a journalist who wasn't afraid to hold power accountable, and he knew how to communicate with and mobilize citizens in a way no one had before. The Rastriya Swatantra Party emerged as a powerful new force, attracting countless voters who had completely given up on politics. Rabi became a symbol of hope for a new era of transparency and public service. He proved that a powerful voice, backed by the people, could shake the very foundations of the old system. And then there's Kulman Ghising. He never ran for political office, but his impact was felt in every single household. He was the man who delivered results. Under his leadership, the crippling load shedding that had plagued the nation for years finally disappeared. He made public institutions functional and efficient. Kulman represented something that had become incredibly rare in public life: integrity and capability. He showed all of us that public service could actually work for the people, proving that good management and honest intentions can bring about monumental change. While the nation watched these three leaders rise, a different kind of work was happening behind the scenes. This is the story of the unsung heroes, the negotiators, who brought them all together. Meet the key players: Asim Sah and Asif Sah, the master strategists who carefully balance political egos with public expectations. Then there's Nischel Basnet, the calm mediator who made sure every conversation stayed constructive, even when things got heated. We also have Kumar Ben, the influencer who worked to build support among key communities, and Sudan Grung, the tactician who planned the timing, messaging, and every move of the negotiation. Without these figures working quietly and meticulously, this coalition might have remained just a dream. This coalition wasn't just announced, it was meticulously crafted. The negotiators arranged secret meetings, resolved deep-seated conflicts, and built bridges between different ideologies. It was a perfect storm of immense public pressure combined with expert, behind-the-scenes negotiation that created this historic alignment. From informal talks in quiet cafes to intense formal sessions in strategy rooms, this dedicated team worked day and night to ensure that individual personalities, egos, and ambitions could all align for a greater common goal. They turned a complex puzzle into a unified picture of hope. So, why is the entire nation celebrating before a single vote has been cast? This has never happened before. First, it's an emotional victory. For the first time in a long time, citizens feel like their voices, their frustrations, and their hopes actually matter. Second, it's a moral contrast. When you compare this coalition to the old guard of traditional politics, it represents everything the public has been craving: action, integrity, and transparency. It's also a generational shift. Young voters finally see themselves and their aspiration reflected in this new movement. And finally, it's about the symbolism of unity: an independent leader, a media-driven political force, and a proven technocrat all coming together. That's why social media is already calling Balen the next PM, with Rabi and Kulman seen as the essential pillars of reform. We also have to talk about the Gen Z effect. Nepal's youth, especially Gen Z, have completely transformed the political landscape. They've turned memes into powerful political messages. They've turned short videos into nationwide movements. Online debates have spilled over into real-world rallies. The youth are no longer passive observers of politics. They are active, passionate participants, using their digital fluency to demand change. They are the engine of this movement, amplifying its message and holding leaders accountable in real time. Their energy is a force that the old political establishment simply cannot ignore. And this movement's impact isn't just local. Nepal's diaspora all around the world is watching closely, donating, and spreading the word. International media is starting to take note. This coalition isn't just about domestic politics anymore. It's a powerful symbol of a young democracy redefining itself from the ground up. It's a story of hope that is resonating far beyond Nepal's borders, showing the world what's possible when people unite for genuine change. Of course, we have to be realistic. The path ahead is not going to be easy. The old political forces, the ones who have benefited from the broken system for so long, will resist this change with everything they've got. The bureaucracy is still slow and often resistant to reform. And most importantly, public expectations are sky high. This coalition carries the weight of a nation's hope on its shoulders. It absolutely must deliver on its promises, or it risks losing the incredible trust that brought it together in the first place. The real work is just beginning. But regardless of whether this coalition wins the election or not, it has already changed Nepal's political landscape forever. The public is now demanding action over promises, integrity over rhetoric, and unity over division. The old ways of doing politics are no longer acceptable. Nepal is no longer content with empty slogans and recycled leaders. A new standard has been set, and there's no going back. So, as the election approaches, the nation holds its breath. Before the ballot, before the vote, Nepal is already witnessing something historic. Real hope, the promise of genuine change, and a united front that was carefully crafted by visionary leaders and brilliant negotiators working together. This isn't just blind optimism, this is earned hope, and history is watching. Thank you for watching this SARK Network Special Report. Stay informed, stay critical, and stay united. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis.